Respected friends, welcome you all. Receive the gratitudes, congratulations, salutations, wishes, and prayers through the seven activities of Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, mantra with dhyanam, shanti mantras, sankalpa, and Upanishad mantra ucharana, Upanishad mantra adhyayana. We are trying our best to tune to this Adhyatmika Jivana. In the class, what we do is only a sample which has to be continued throughout the day, throughout the life, till it becomes the habit. In short, focus on divine, realize the divine. That's it. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana Gurugana Shastragana uh, bless us and we to be mindful about preparing our individuality conducive for our this spiritual journey and growth and not opposite. Welcome. First aspect of Veda Parayanam, Chandogya Upanishad, one of the profound, beautiful, complete, in that also great topics. Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha we have seen. Then in these present chantings, every of the Upadhis also are none but Brahman alone. That training, that Abhyasa is taught. When we study that Upanishad, we will see in more details. Now it is 7th Adhyaya, Khanda 5, 6. Let us do, if time permits, 7 also. Om Athaveda Parayanam Samavediya Chandogyopanishad Atha Saptamodhyaya Atha Panchamaha Khandaha. ॐ चित्तं वाव सङ्कल्पात् भूयः ॐ चित्तं वाव सङ्कल्पात् भूयः यदा वै चेतयते अथ सङ्कल्पयते यदा वै चेतयते अथ सङ्कल्पयते अथ मनसि अथ वाचमीरयति अथ मनसि अति मनस्यति अथ मनस्यति अथवा च मीरयते अथ मनस्यते अथवा च मीरयते तामुनाम्नीरयते तामुनाम्नीरयते नाम्नि मन्त्रा एकं भवन्ति नाम्नि मन्त्रा एकं भवन्ति मन्त्रेषु कर्माणि तानि हवा एतानि चित्तैकायनानि तानि हवा एतानि चित्तैकायनानि चित्तात्मानि चित्तात्मानि चित्ते प्रतिष्ठितानि तस्माद् यद्यपि बहुविधचित्तो भवति तस्माद् यद्यपि बहुविधचित्तो भवति बहुविध अचित्तो भवति नायमस्तीति एव एनमाहुर यदयं वेद यद्वा अयं विद्वान् यदयं वेद यद्वा अयं विद्वान् नेत्थम् अचित्तः स्यादिति नेत्थमचित्तः स्यादिति अथ यदि अल्पवित् चित्तवान् भवति अथ यद्यल्पवित् चित्तवान् भवति तस्मा एवोत शुश्रूषन्ते चित्तगं हे वैषामेकायनं चित्तमात्मा चित्तं प्रतिष्ठा चित्तमुपास्वेति स यश्चित्तं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते चित्तान्वै स लोकान् ध्रुवः प्रतिष्ठितान् ध्रुवः प्रतिष्ठितान् प्रतिष्ठितः अव्यतमानान् प्रतिष्ठितः अव्यतमानान् अव्यतमानो अभिसिद्ध्यति अव्यतमानो अभिसिद्ध्यति यावत् चित्तस्य गतं यावत् चित्तस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यश्चित्तं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यश्चित्तं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवश्चित्ताद्भूय इति अस्ति भगवश्चित्ताद्भूय इति चित्ताद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति चित्ताद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति पंचमः खण्डः। अथ षष्ठः खण्डः ध्यानं वाव चित्ताद् भूयो ध्यानं वाव चित्तात् भूयो ध्यायतीव पृथिवी ध्यायतीव पृथिवी ध्यायतीव अन्तरिक्षं ध्यायतीव अन्तरिक्षं ध्यायतीव द्यौः ध्यायतीव द्यौः ध्यायन्ति वापो ध्यायन्ति वापो ध्यायन्तीव पर्वता ध्यायन्तीव पर्वता ध्यायन्तीव देवमनुष्याः ध्यायन्तीव देवमनुष्याः तस्माद् य इह मनुष्याणां तस्माद् य इह मनुष्याणां महत्तां प्राप्नुवन्ते महत्तां प्राप्नुवन्ते ध्यानापादागुंसा इवैव ध्यानापादागुंसा इवैव ते भवन्ति अथ ये अल्पाः कलहिनः पिशुनाः अथ ये अल्पाः कलहिनः पिशुनाः उपवादिनः ते अथ ये प्रभवो ध्यानापादागुंसा इवैव ते भवन्ति ध्यानापादागुंसा इवैव ते भवन्ति ध्यानमुपास्वेति सयो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते सयो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यावत् ध्यानस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो ध्यानाद्भूय इति अस्ति भगवो ध्यानाद्भूय इति ध्यानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति ध्यानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति षष्ठः खण्डः। अथ सप्तमः खण्डः ॐ विज्ञानं वाव ध्यानाद् भूयो विज्ञानं वाव ध्यानाद् भूयो विज्ञानेन वा ऋग्वेदं विजानाति विज्ञानेन वा ऋग्वेदं विजानाति यजुर्वेदगं सामवेदम् आथर्वणं यजुर्वेदगं सामवेदम् आथर्वणं चतुर्थम् इतिहासपुराणं पंचमं वेदानां वेदं पितृगं राशिं दैवं निधिं पितृगं राशिं दैवं निधिं वाको वाक्यम् एकायनं देवविद्यां ब्रह्मविद्यां भूतविद्यां देवविद्यां ब्रह्मविद्यां भूतविद्यां क्षत्रविद्यां नक्षत्रविद्यां सर्पदेवजनविद्यां दिवं च पृथिवीं च वायुं चाकाशं च आपश्च तेजश्च देवागंश्च मनुष्यागंश्च पशुगंश्च वयागंसि च तृणवनस्पतीन् च्वापदानि आकीटपतङ्गपिपीलिकं धर्मं चाधर्मं च धर्मं चाधर्मं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यं चानृतं च साधु च साधु च साधु च साधु च हृदयज्ञं च हृदयज्ञं च हृदयज्ञं च हृदयज्ञं च अन्नं च रसं च अन्नं च रसं च इमं च लोकममुं च इमं च लोकं च अमुं च इमं च लोकममुं च विज्ञानेनैव विजानाति विज्ञानेनैव विजानाति विज्ञानमुपास्वेति विज्ञानमुपास्वेति स यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते स यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते विज्ञानवतो वै स लोकान् ज्ञानवतो अभिसिद्ध्यति विज्ञानवतो वै स लोकान् ज्ञानवतोऽभिसिद्ध्यति यावत् विज्ञानस्य गतं यावद् विज्ञानस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो विज्ञानात् भूय इति अस्ति भगवो विज्ञानात् भूय इति विज्ञानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति विज्ञानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति सप्तमः खण्डः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ग्रेट। ॐ अथ सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषद सप्तमोऽध्यायः अथ पंचमः खण्डः। ॐ चित्तं भावसङ्कल्पाद् भूयो यदा वै चेतयते अथ सङ्कल्पयते अथ मनस्यति अथ वाचमीरयति तामुनां नीरयति नाम्नि मन्त्राः एकं भवन्ति मन्त्रेषु कर्माणि तानि हवा एतानि चित्तैकायनानि चित्तात्मानि चित्ते प्रतिष्ठितानि तस्माद् यद्यपि बहुविध अचित्तो भवति नायमस्तीत्येवैनमाहुर् यदयं वेद यद्वा अयं विद्वान् नेत्थम् अचित्तः स्यादिति अत यद्यपि अल्पवित् चित्तवान् भवति तस्मा एवोत शुश्रूषन्ते चित्तगं ह्येवैषामेकायनं चित्तमात्मा चित्तं प्रतिष्ठा चित्तमुपास्वेति स यश्चित्तं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते चित्तान् वै स लोकान् ध्रुवान् ध्रुवः प्रतिष्ठितान् प्रतिष्ठितो व्यथमानान् अव्यथमानो अभिसिद्ध्यति यावत् चित्तस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यश्चित्तं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवश्चित्तात् भूय इति चित्ताद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति पंचमः खण्डः। अथ षष्ठः खण्डः। ध्यानं वाव चित्ताद्भूयो ध्यायतीव पृथिवी ध्यायतीवान्तरिक्षं ध्यायतीव द्यौर् ध्यायन्तीवापो ध्यायन्तीव पर्वता ध्यायन्तीव देवमनुष्याः तस्मात् य इह मनुष्याणां महत्तां प्राप्नुवन्ति ध्यानापादागंशा इव ते भवन्ति अथ ये अल्पाः कलहिनः विशुनाः उपवादिनः ते तये प्रभवो ध्यानापादागंशा इव ते भवन्ति ध्यानमुपास्वेति स यो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यावद्ध्यानस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यो ध्यानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो ध्यानाद् भूय इति ध्यानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति षष्ठः खण्डः। अथ सप्तमः खण्डः। विज्ञानं वावध्यानाद् भूयः विज्ञानेन वा ऋग्वेदं विजानाति यजुर्वेदकं सामवेदम् आथर्वणं चतुर्थम् इतिहासपुराणं पञ्चमं वेदानां वेदं पितृगं राशिं दैवं निधिं वाको वाक्यम् एकायनं देवविद्यां ब्रह्मविद्यां भूतविद्यां क्षत्रविद्यां नक्षत्रविद्यागं सर्पदेवजनविद्यां दिवं च पृथिवीं च वायुं चाकाशं च आपश्च तेजश्च देवागंश्च मनुष्यागंश्च पशुगंश्च वयागंसि च तृणवनस्पतीन् शापदानि आकीटपतङ्गपिपीलिकं धर्मं चाधर्मं च सत्यं चानृतं च साधु चासाधु च हृदयज्ञं चाहृदयज्ञं च अन्नं च रसं च इमं च लोकममुं च विज्ञानेनैव विजानाति विज्ञानमुपास्वेति स यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते विज्ञानवतो वै स लोकान् ज्ञानवतः विसिद्ध्यति यावद्विज्ञानस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो विज्ञानाद् भूय इति विज्ञानाद्वावभूयोऽस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति इति षष्ठसप्तमः खण्डः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Ha ha, great extent we have done. Maybe in a week's time, this Parayana will be over. Krishna Vasudeva. Friends, in our today's second topic of common sense thought, few assorted things. Mhm. Okay. One, first one is what? Ki, this world is. In that world, especially you and I are always blessed only. There are no curses. You know, be optimistic, positive always with this positive thought. हमेशा अनुग्रह ही है यहाँ, आग्रह या शाप नहीं है. Even in the so-called curse or punishments given, again it is to refine us, it is to purify us, it is to only qualify us for the greater and higher. Therefore, to a wise person, every curse also is a blessing. Curse is equal to whatever the problems, troubles, miseries, at every level we are going. They are all cursed by the Lord. For all the non-positive we have done. And that also again for us to rethink, understand properly and do well in life. Therefore, have that optimism. There is nobody like enemy to me. God is never an enemy to me. He is not the one to curse. He is not the one to punish. He is not a tyranny. He is not an authoritarian. He is not the type of dictator. That too with all dushta rakshasa guna. That I will enjoy others suffering, so I will trouble them. भगवान तो ऐसा नहीं होते ना. So therefore, everywhere there are blessings, blessings, blessings only. Oh, feel that, feel that I am blessed always. Even in the curse, I am blessed. Even in any problems, diseases, miseries, there are also blessings. The Lord is getting us rid of the unwanted ones. The first thought, is there any curse? Should we feel bitter? Should we get disappointed? Should we feel somebody as enemy to us? No. I am. When the good things happen, I am blessed. That Bhagavan is telling that you have done good things, so you are getting good rewards. Continue doing so. When the bad results or bad things happen, again it is grace of Lord us to us to remind us that something gone wrong in you, correct it. Thus, this whole universe, for every living being, even it can be Kida Makoda, and for all of us also, full of blessings and opportunities only to evolve. Have that idea, have that thought in the mind always. Negative feelings, negative aspects, just remove. This is the first point which is today to be discussed or thought. Second thought for the day is what? Key in this world, every being, especially human, going through two things continuously. One thing is the karta, kartrutva. करी जा रहा है करे जा रहा है करे जा रहा है. Second is karma phala bhokta. So every individual is karta and bhokta. You know, when we look at the people world, sometimes we see the karta in him. The other aspect of bhokta, that time is concealed, unrevealed in some cases. In some other cases are the same person, in another time we see the bhokta in him. We don't see the karta. Isn't it? Anywhere in the world, in every of the field. Isn't it? Like somebody is enjoying a very good health, no diseases, fitness, full of energy. It's a bhokta. He's enjoying the health. But behind that, he is a karta. He is doing a very good exercise, a very controlled diet. All that karma kar raha hai wo, isliye he is enjoying that. Because they go together. Just like that, things won't happen in this world. In another case, we see a person working hard in all his workouts of the exercises. है ना कि डंबल्स उठा रहा है बोले जिम्स कर रहा है और वॉकिंग जॉगिंग इज डूइंग एरोबिक्स एनोरोबिक्स द रिंग्स एंड जिम्नास्टिक्स ही इज ऑल फॉर अस करता दिख रहा है कितना मेहनत कर रहा है बट ही इज गोइंग टू बी द भोक्ता नाउ लेटर ऑन enjoying that good health as a result of this karma, etc. etc. Somebody you see who so much rich with so much of money, कभी कभी इस जगत को देखो ना आश्चर्य होता है. देयर इज समबडी उसको खाने को नहीं मिलता बेचारा एवरी टाइम नेक्स्ट टाइम मुझे क्या भोजन है ही हैज टू बी वरीड कंसर्न एंड ऑलवेज ही हैव टू बी miserly and planning and budgeting for everything. He cannot have dahi वो पानी मिलाकर ही वो छाछ बटर बनाकर ही बटर मिल्क. He cannot add even 2 grains of extra dal because कल के लिए भी चाहिए परसों के लिए भी चाहिए. Isn't it? मंथ एंडिंग तक राशन चलाना है. And they make it more liquid, they add water. There are people even now all over the world, not only in India. And the other side, people are so much rich. You know that there are 10 cooks only with that fellow, each one for different cooking. You know, half of them were veg cook, half the non-veg. And in this veg cook, mein, all are, you know, so North Indian, South Indian, East Indian, West Indian, Central Indian, European, Japanese, Chinese, veg. फिर वो नान. He has cooks only though, so many. And huge palatial kitchen. Example. How much richness he has got. He cannot even account or count his money. Somebody is appointed for counting also. And it's going on coming, that money. This fellow you see must discuss. हर दिन उसका बड़े पैसे बढ़ते जाते हैं. He is intelligent, lucky, invests his shares in such places that is always in the higher raising only. बहुत मजा. अब see, he is enjoying that bhoktrutva. है ना भोक्ता of so much of richness. But we don't see the karta much in him. But without karta, the bhokta can. So to this side, people are tirelessly working. You can see the kartas. Tomorrow they are going to be rich. Because this karma will lead to that karma phala. Isn't it? In this way, health wise, financial wise, position wise, status wise, one of the important things just now we chatted, Chittam and all of that. Some people are so much respected, tens and thousands of people to follow them. Have you see that one person, YouTuber, 6 crores or 6 millions are there, or 6 crores is the same. 6 million is 60 lakhs. 6 crore followers, 10 crore followers. See that some fellows, sports हो या cinema हो या कोई भी personality famous, and wherever they go, the red carpet, the photos, the selfies, the welcomes, it is, and young, 15 साल 20 साल भी नहीं होता उम्र उनका. See the way they are all, oh baap re baap. So bhokta, they are enjoying that. But behind that there was a karta of so many janam, whatever it had to be done to get this result. And there are some kartas whom you see tirelessly working their own respective fields. Tomorrow they'll be recognized. They'll also have followers. They'll also have the admirers. You know, different followers, admirers, people to respect, people to take as an example. Alag alag. So this world is made of karta and bhokta. Everybody. We also, from morning till now, we had some bhog. चाय पिया होगा, कॉफी पिया होगा, बढ़िया सा एंजॉय किया होगा अपने घर में बालकनी में बैठकर सर्दी में. दैट इज अ भोक्ता. बट टू हैव दैट वेरी कंफर्टेबल हाउस, that lawn or that balcony, etc., even that chair, which many don't afford, you have done karta. कर्म कुछ किया है तभी जा. Then now you are doing a karma of listening to Vedanta in this class. So it will have the bhoga result to you tomorrow of some understanding, some self-respect, some contentment that yes, I have done my Upanishad Adhyanam, led to these understandings. Now I am freed from that sort of ignorance or misery. देखो, ठीक है? So the whole world is karta bhokta. And different things. The upasana adi karta hai. So then he will go to the higher worlds, greater worlds. ये सब है. यज्ञ करता, यज्ञ फल भोक्ता, उपासना करता, उपासना कर्म फल भोक्ता, पुण्य करता, पुण्य कर्म फल भोक्ता, धर्म करता, धर्म कर्म फल भोक्ता, अधर्म एंड पापाचारी, अधर्म पाप फल भोक्ता of dukkha, naraka, go on happening. This is how the world to be observed as, including us. Then apply it to ourselves. That we also have to go through these two things, kartrutva and bhoktrutva. Okay? Then in that, let us be wise to have the best of the bhoga as goal. Obviously, for that bhoktrutva, what karma has to be done, for that let us become the karta. ये wisdom है. ठीक है? In your and our case, only these four things for us. The karma and the phalas. Only ये चार है हमारा काम. एक बाकी सब only manipulated, mind projected only. What are our four things? As the Leela and Saraswati Mata, discussion is going on. है ना? And throughout the day in all our texts. Our only four karmas, their consequent phalas. Only four. One, jnana prapti karma. Second is jnana sadhana karma. Third is jnana anubhava. Then fourth is jnana nishta. You and I have to stick to this only. And that jnana obviously the atma jnana, the brahma jnana, the tattva jnana. Because the phala of it is shashvata. The phala of it is nitya. The phala of it is ananta. And basically the phala of it is the expected phala of all karmas, what is ananda. Nitya Shashvata Ananta Ananda is the phala adbhuta of this karma, technically we call as sadhana. So we have to focus on that. Jnana prapti we are doing in the class. that I am Brahman. How much we have become successful in this of gaining that jnana. See that in the evening class, how sweetly, crystal clearly, with simple words, Bhagavan Shankara teaching to the disciple in that Vakyavritti. Atra Brumaha Samadhanam. Beta, to your question, here we are giving the answer. Kaha anyah jivaha tvamev hi. Who else is the jiva? It is you only. Yaha tvam pruchasi mam koham. The one who have come to inquire about the knowledge, you only are jiva. Then who is Paratma, sir? Brahma eva asi, na samshayaha. So jivaha tvameva asi, Brahma abhi tvameva asi. Tvam jiva out of ignorance. Now gain the jnanam that you are not a jiva and gain the jnanam that you are a Brahma. That jnanam is being established through this all Upanishads, concluding in the Mahavakya. Tat tvam asi. Now I am explaining to you pada artha of tvam, pada artha of tat, pada artha of asi. Therefore, the Vakya artha tat tvam asi is equal to aham brahmasmi. Such a beautiful way the guidance is going on. So, jnana prapti, okay, is our karma. Then prapta jnanasya sadhana is also. Here we are talking of the ultimate. You can do the other things also. That to the extent required, the upasana jnana prapti and upasana sadhana, yoga jnana prapti, yoga sadhana, sadhana chatushtaya jnana prapti and its sadhana, then dharma jnana prapti and dharma sadhana. They are all to be step by step done, and final is this. Jnana prapti karma, jnana sadhana karma, then jnana anubhuti. We have to aim at that. Once we get the anubhuti, continue that again and again. Jnana nishtha. Phala is ananda, which is nitya, which is shashvata, which is ananta. Nitya is always there. Shashvata is unmodifiable. Ananta is infinite. Ananda is the purpose of all our evolution. All, the highest evolution is Sachidananda. All Narayana, dead inert things are evolved up to the Sat level. All living beings are evolved up to Sat and Chit level. We are all Chit also. Then in the living beings, human beings, when they realize the ultimate thing of Ananda, evolution is complete. We are all Chit, we are all conscious. We are struggling with consciousness for becoming Anandi, isn't it? Everyone is doing everything only to be आनंद. बाकी नहीं कोई गलत, कोई इसमें और कुछ बात है? Is anybody doing anything to become miserable? They become because that is a wrong process. So everybody's goal is Ananda because Ananda is the ultimate in the evolution. That Ananda is obtained in this Jnana Nishta, preceded by Jnana Anubhuti, preceded by Jnana Sadhana, but सबसे पहले Jnana Prapti. These are the things we have to do. And for this, the preparation of coming to the class with your book and notebook and your mind and intellect and Shraddha and egolessness, all these are the must things. We cannot be the immature, ordinary, irregular students of the Upanishad anymore. We cannot be in that immaturity. That childishness of neglecting Shastras, Shastrokta Tattva Jnana, we have to rise above it. हो गया वो तो भाव बेवकूफी था बचपना था. We were doing unnecessary dukrum karne so far. ठीक है? Now this is the third point. First one is, in the world there is nothing but grace and opportunities. Second one is, every jiva in this world are karta and bhokta. Third one is you and I also have to become the karta to be the bhokta. The bhoga which we want is ananda, which is shashvata, nitya, and ananta. That comes to us through these four things of jnana prapti karma, jnana sadhana karma. The jnana sadhana is called abhyasa. Yesterday we started studying tat chintanam, tat katanam, anyonyam, tat prabodhanam, etadekaparatvam cha, tad abhyasam vidurbuddha. That is called sadhana or abhyasa. Then anubhuti, which is very essential. We have to aim at that. Then in that anubhava, nishtha. Okay, the third point. Two more things we'll see. Fourth point is what very essential key. देखो, not to blame or not to find fault with, but just to read, just to become aware. See, देखो, when we come to our adhyatmika activities, whether it is a class or studying or upasana, etc., how much jaldbaji, restlessness in us there about finishing it quickly and going back to our original natural worldliness samsara. That means so seriously, sincerely, we do the samsara of upadhi yukta jivanam. And when it comes to adhyatmika vishayas, it is some compulsion. It is some, as if a force from somewhere, and we do with less heart applied in total mechanically only. Now, the fourth point is that both things should change now. What is it is? The worldly life of ours now should become mechanical. In the sense, जितना चाहिए उतना कर रहे हैं, कोई भी दिमाग पे ज्यादा सीरियसली सिंसियरली कर रहे हैं करने के टाइम, बट द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हमें बाहर का कुछ नहीं पाना. And all that seriousness, sincerity, involvement, want, which we used to have for the samsara, we have to have for our sadhana. This transformation we have to consciously bring in us. It will not come by itself. Unnecessary it is. है ना, जल्दी क्लास खत्म करो और भागो संसार में. No, it is the other way around. जल्दी the activities of the world खत्म करो and भागो to your spiritual sadhana place. That personality we have to become. नहीं तो the above said thing, ज्ञान प्राप्ति, ज्ञान साधना, ज्ञान अनुभूति, ज्ञान निष्ठा will not happen. You know, worldly activities just like okay, बस formality. Like the spirituality is a formality to us now. है ना, just like the पूजा मंदिर में ऐसे नमस्ते करके चले आते. मंदिर गए तो इस परिक्रमा करके पुजारी के उसमें 2 रुपए डाल के आ जाते. How much formality we do that? When you go to a Guru Maharaj, take fruits and flowers and just put there everything notanki, formality only. Dil to jaldi bhago to meet the people, to do the worldly activities, to earn the money, to indulge in the bhoga. सारा माइंड इसी में रहता है, isn't it? Like the children, गधे लोग misguided कि जल्द से जल्द स्कूल खत्म हो जाए and go home and play. And when there are 3 or 4 holidays that come, they are so happy. Wrong training it is. That for him education is a bondage. So to the office going people, always watching. कौन मरेगा, कौन स्ट्राइक करेगा, कौन बस तोड़ेगा कि हमको छुट्टी मिले. That is concept itself is wrong. It should be other way around. अरे why the Sundays are coming? I can't be without work. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Today is Sunday. And for me, which day is what day, I don't know. Every day is Sunday. सुबह दोपहर शाम करते जाओ क्लास. That concept is wrong. That I enjoy the holiday means he's a bhogi basically. Out of compulsion, he is doing the work. So he is immature that way. है ना? कर्ता भोक्ता में कर्ता को ही भोग मिलता है ना. Without karta, just bhokta. All the earlier karma phala is exhausting. New things you are not doing. So tomorrow you will be bhikari. So keeping all those examples in mind, just mechanical, the outer things. Mechanical is not negative sense. We're doing it. Everything is serious, sincere. You attend to your parents, your family, your children. But उसको उतना चिपक के नहीं रहना. यह सर्वत्र अनभिस्नेह. Luckily, we are, for everything we have to learn, we are having guidance from our Gita Sthita Prajna Lakshanas. Anavisneha. And about our sadhana, Abhisneha. है ना? Like तीन माला जप करने को बैठे, but then outer call and pull is so much that एक माला करके भगवान को दे दी माला, बाकी तुम कर लेना दोनों. It should be the other way around. See, three malas I sat to do japa, five I am doing today. And for that, something of the world I have to sacrifice. I am ready to sacrifice. That's the example of becoming more and more serious, sincere about our sadhana. Mindful about it more and more. Conscious about it more and more. Loving this sadhana. That we have to create. It won't happen. Like these classes. I have to create that love for it within me. Knowing its glory, its value, etc. That's all again ज्ञानम only, no? अज्ञानी को ही बाहर के चीजें अच्छे लगते हैं. बचपन है वो. Who's matured, he knows what's important. Irrespective of the age, that's why we see in the world. Young guns so busy in the higher spiritual things. The old is still in the world and worldliness. Only to say it has nothing to do with the age, it is with our own inner maturity. 4 points we saw. The last but not the least is what? One of the things which can help us in doing this Jnana Prapti Karma, Jnana Sadhana Karma, more and more spiritualities, always counting our days, means remembering our life, which is pal 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 guzar raha hai. So the tension, that worry, that anxiety, that restlessness, that fear, that day by day I am growing old and nearing to that my departure from this world. उसको याद करके be attentive. Get into the sadhana, then settle in the sadhana, then now relax. All those fears are gone. Fears have to be there to get into sadhana and settle in it. Once got into it and settled, the whole day routine is so beautiful. Fully engaged in my adhyatmic sadhanas. तब उसके बाद there is no question of worried about the old age or death or disease. These are all to the body, no? वो तो प्रारब्ध है. Every body will that way perish. I am not the body. Today in the Tattvamasi Mahakapadesha, these are the teachings that Guru Maharaj is going to explain to us regarding the Tvam Pada. Tvam का अर्थ क्या होता है? So once I am in sadhana, that I am trying to be away from the detachment with the upadhis, I am trying to identify with the nirupadhika tattva. अब in that effort you are settling, no? हर दिन कर रहा हूं मैं, फल अभी नहीं मिला, और जो करना है मेन चीज कर रहा हूं मैं. Then about other things, what is there to worry? The purpose of human life, etc., is to achieve that, to do that and achieve it. I am doing it, no? Then why worry? Nothing to worry. Before the body falls, I will realize the self. हो गया, like Parikshit, like every of the great Jivan Muktas. With that faith, intensify the sadhana. Jnana Prapti and Jnana Sadhana. Intensify it. Day in and day out. पूरा उसी के लिए डेडिकेट. दिन हो जाता है. नहीं हुआ तो भी क्या? You will be the child prodigy, spiritual giant when we are born again. Isn't it? So why worry about all this? Worry होना ही नहीं चाहिए. Whether relations ko, all of this, everything is Brahman or everything is Maya. Everything is Brahman, that is me, which is imperishable. We are pursuing that anyway. अदर देन दैट दीज उपाधिज, ये सारा पढ़ रहे हैं ना वेदांत में, योग वासिष्ठ में, मांडुक्य में. It's all chitta kalpana only. If that knowledge also is strengthened, then the worries about all this will go away. But पहले होना चाहिए. Like if I'm careless, relaxed about every day of my life, I only become a भोगी. बैठ गए टीवी के सामने घंटों, खाते जा रहे हैं, घूमते जा रहे हैं, अरे शर्म नहीं आता. दिस ह्यूमन लाइफ इज सो प्रेशियस. You just do your अंतर्मुख sadhana. People you see at the age of 70, 80, just how lavishly wasting the time, isn't it? That we have to see in our, अरे मैं भी वही तो कर रहा हूँ. How can I waste my every moment? And so many other intellections you can use. You are also intelligent. Small small things I need not say. Like अगर 20 साल पहले ही मैं इंटेंस साधना किया होता शुरू, अब तक कहाँ तक पहुंच जाता. Think any of the things. Outer world also, if I have started 20 years back my yoga asanas, by now I would have been fit. 20 years back we had started my pranayama, by now I would have been full of the prana yogi. In the same way, from last 20 years, if I had done Aham Brahmasmi sadhana, by now I would have really reached to a great level. Therefore, at least now let me start. This type of intelligent thoughts, whichever push us towards sadhana, willfully, willingly, joyfully, all those thoughts are right. Whichever take us away from the sadhana, spiritual sadhana, when I say sadhana, it is spiritual. Whichever takes us away, that's our immaturity. That's we are sold out our mind and senses. दिमाग काम करता है तो बंदा स्पिरिचुअल बनता है. मन या दिल काम करता है, he will become a samsara. Therefore, bluntly, those who are not spiritual, उनको दिमाग नहीं है. That is called mudhamate. In Sanskrit, if Shankara Bhagavan says, you enjoy it. Bhagavan Shankara called me mudhamate today. It means दिमाग खराब. जिनका दिमाग ठीक है, he will be spiritual, that's it. And continuous. Not 2 मिनट 3 मिनट किया और 1 घंटा क्लास में आ गए. बस उनकी मॉर्निंग क्लास आई विल कम. एज इफ मेरा क्या कहते हैं ना, वो कुछ मेहरबानी. सम पीपल फिक्स लाइक दैट. Only half an hour I do japa or 20 minutes. It is good, but not the better or best. It is good compared to others who are not doing even that. Oh, no, 24 hours we have to steal time only for that. Hamesha, more and more and more and more. In that flow only, the time is well and spiritually spent. Creditable, which is good. Or else we do wrong things half of the time, remaining half time we are regret and guilty. Or justify that. Keep right things and keep doing them only, so much so that we are not even giving time to analyze it. We are convinced ये सच सत्य काम, अच्छा काम, करते जाओ करते जाओ करते जाओ बस. So these are the 5 things we have exhaustively saw. Thank you. Now our third aspect of our mantrocharana today is Bhagwan's fourth avatar, the Nrsimha avatar, the Nrsimha Gayatri mantra. In that sequence, isn't it? Do you all have that? Every day we are doing it from Mahanarayana Upanishad. These chantings. है ना? Om Namo Narayana. I have sent you for some of those who are in the group. Group means class में जो आते हैं. So in that sequence, next is Nrsimha Gayatri. So before that, what are the Gayatris we have done? If you remember it, great memory you all have. That is how you become worried. If you forget everything, you won't worry. कोई बंदा दुखी है मतलब इसका याददाश्त अच्छा है, तो खुश मिजाज का है मतलब वो बुलक्कड़ है. So we are all worried. That means we remember so many things. So the Shiva Gayatri, then Ganapati Gayatri, then the Nandi Gayatri, then the Vainateya Subramanya Gayatri, then the Vainateya Gayatri, then we have done the Garuda Gayatri, then the Narayana Gayatri we have done Garuda Gayatri and Narayana Gayatri. Okay, one in between was the Brahma Deva also. So yesterday Narayana Bhagavan. Today it is Bhagavan Nrsimha. And every avatar is Parabrahma. No doubt, every avatar is Mayapati. So all Shaktis are at his disposal. Therefore, he can do, he can undo, he can do otherwise. Knowing that in the heart, we are worshipping that Lord, invoking from him for us the grace for only on Adhyatmic sadhana. Atmanubhuti muktim prada dehi. Other than that, we don't ask anything. That Bhagavan Nrsimha, you know, in that Saptamaskanda Bhagavatam exhaustively. To cut short the story, to bless two greater than the greatest of the bhaktas, he took that avatar, Nrsimha Bhagavan. Ultimate Maha Maha Bhaktas. One we all know, Prahlad ji. You know, the amount of that Sharanagati Bhakti Prahlad has got. To bless him, he came. And the other Maha Maha great Bhakta is none other than that Hiranyakashipu himself. That he is Bhagavan's Parshada only, isn't it? You know, in order not to disturb the Lord only, he stopped those. You know, rishis, etc. Then they cursed. He is a great devotee. They are both Jaya Vijaya. They are given the option. सात जन्म भगवान के भक्त के रूप में साधना करके अगेन यू गो बैक और तीन जन्म यू बिकम राक्षसास एंड देन यू गो बैक दे चोज टू बी राक्षसास because only within three we can go back, we can go back to Lord. No, is that not enough a proof? Knowing that as a Rakshasa, so many negatives will be done and will be terribly punished by the Lord. Whole world will, curse or hate, etc. All that known. But still, we want to reach to our Lord quickly back. These are all very sublime things. To such greater devotee than even Prahlada, how can the Lord kill? To kill someone or to hurt someone or to punish someone whom you love the most, isn't it? That anger at that time to be invoked to punish should be more than that love. Like you love your grandson so much. उसको डांटना है तो उससे ज्यादा गुस्सा आना पड़ेगा तभी डांटो. That is why Bhagavan took that ugrati ugra rupa, Nrsimha rupa. Then only he can punish him. Otherwise, such a loving devotee, he cannot. Ugra Rupa he took to overpower his own love for his bhakta and punish him, through which he is redeemed of the curse. Bhagavan ka Ugra Rupa, not with hatred, he has invoked it so that his love is gone, then he can that kill and give moksha. वो फिर सिंह को ही हो सकता है. The lion cannot have any mercy. It will pounce and अपने पूरे नाखून से वो काट के खा ही लेगा वो. That's why he took that rope. Nrsimha rope. When Hiranyakashipu got that boon, Bhagavan could have come in any rupa. Why Nrsimha rupa? Why that Simha rupa is? Simha is the most ferocious animal, absolutely cruel. Cruelty personified. So he had to come that only to suppress or sideline his love for his devotee. It doesn't mean now you become like Hiranyakashipu. You become like Prahlad only. So that great story of Lakshmi Nrsimha, you must again and again study. In that Bhagavan Narayana's Nrsimha Rupa and Kripa Karuna, and along with it, the great Bhakta Prahlad. His charitra time and again has to be studied. And the glory of Prahlada is he is born in Asura family. That's why Naraji says Rashito Sura Suraha. Rahitaha Asuraha Asura means he is such an Asura that not even one Asura guna he has got. Not even one. He is such an Asura. Like we are such a human being, not even one human quality. वो जन्म लिया असुर में बट एक असुर गुण भी नहीं. All दैवीय गुण. Therefore, even Indradi majburi se they have to take Prahlada's name only as example. First example for bhakti. Otherwise, opposite party है. Prahlada is son of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is Rakshasa. By birth, he may be like that, born in Rakshasa, but he is a Mahamabhakta. That's why one of the great devotees who has surpassed his own guru, Narada is the guru, Prahlada is Shishya. But Prahlada's name comes first. Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Vyasambharisha, Shuka, Shaunaka, Bhishmadalbhyan, Rukmangadarjuna, Vasishta, Vibhishanadin, Punyaniman, Varama, Bhagavatan, Smara. So that great Prahlada and Bhagavan Nrsimha Katha is there in that study of Kariyega. Of that Nrsimha Bhagavan, this is the mantra today. Very powerful. Okay. The mantra goes like this. Om Vajranakhaya Vidmahe Tikshna Daggastraya Dhimahi Daggastraya Dhimahi Tanno Narasighamha Prachodayat. So Vajra Nakhaya Vidmahe. The Lord has that Nakhun, Nakha. Nakhun came from Nakha word, which are like the Vajraidha. So powerful, so sharp. So with that he can pierce anything and destroy anything. So with that thought, we can ask the Lord to pierce from our heart also the Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Durgunas. Kama Krodha, all, O Lord, with your Vajranakha, remove them. So to Tikshna Daggastraya Dhimahi. Damstra means the Dant. Dant word came from Damstra. Nakun word came from Nakha. Everything is Sanskrit only. So Data, Dant. The Dant, English also dental. That is from Dant only they say. Nail from the Nakun only they also copied in English. Otherwise, in how many ways it can be put? So, तीक्ष्ण दंष्ट्राय धीमहि, the one जिनके दंष्ट्र दांत इतने तीक्ष्ण है. So with that, O Lord, finish my ajnana also. Dhimahi, I meditate on you. Tanno Narasimha. To that Nrusimha, Nrurupa Sharira and Simha Rupa Sira, Sara, head who has got. Prachodayat, he does, may he do the prachodana of my life to be fully, solely, only in Paramatma Prapti. Parabrahma Prapti. May he do the prachona. Every ignorance, every stupidity, every immaturity, every non-thinking, wrong thinking, which taking me away from this pursuit, all that should go away. And do the prachodanam that 24 gante, kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya, I am only doing those things which will reveal the self to me very soon. Abhi isi kshana. With this bhavana and prarthana, chant this mantra and very powerful Bhagavan Nrsimha. If you can invoke him, सब बात बन जाता है. Start. Om Vajranakhaya Vidmahe Tikshna Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat. 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 ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. Feel with prayers that Lord is in us, entering with all his nakha and dhamstra. He is plucking away the ajnana from us, the vasanas from us, the ahankara from us, the upadhitadhyatmya from us, the samsara bandhana yukta nishchaya nirdaya karma and phala from us. All those things at every level of personality, including our prarabdha, which is blocking our spiritual sadhana. He is plucking and throwing away all of that. He is tearing them, he is making them pieces like a tiger, how it kills that prey. In that way, he is removing all this in our heart. Pray him to do like that. तुरंत भगवान सिंह के रूप में आकर मेरे अंदर के इन सारे चीजों को खड़ दो. And bless the Prahlada in me. The one who is totally surrendered to you, the one who sees not, knows not anything other than it. That Prahlada be protected in me, Hiranyakashipu in me be eliminated. Om Vajranakaya Vidmahe Tikshunadaggastraya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat. Om Vajranakaya Vidmahe Tikshunadaggastraya Dhimahi तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीलक्ष्मीनारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. ॐ लक्ष्मीं नृसिंह मम देहि करावलम्बम्. ॐ श्रीमत्पयोनिधिनिकेतनचक्रपाणे भोगीन्द्रभोगमणिरञ्जितपुण्यमूर्ते योगीश शाश्वतशरण्य भवाब्धिपोत लक्ष्मीनृसिंह मम देहि करावलम्ब. Stay with Bhagavan Nrsimha. Ask him to stay with us. And do this very quickly. Powerful Gayatri Mantra today we learned. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Prahladaya Cha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Right. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यम् ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ओम भव एव भवानिति मे नितरामोहं ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषत् उक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूल पूर्वक शाश्वत भारतवर्षे विश्वे च वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं शाश्वतरूपेण अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीया श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं नित्यानन्दं निराधारम् पारायणमथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः 789। ॐ सवित्रा प्रसवेन सवित्रा प्रसवेन जुषेत ब्रह्म पूर्व्यं तत्र योनिं कृणवसे न हि ते पूर्तमक्षिपत् त्रिरुन्नतं स्थाप्य समं शरीरं हृदीन्द्रियाणि मनसा सन्निवेश्य ब्रह्मोडुपेन प्रतरेत विद्वान् श्रोतांसि सर्वाणि भयावहानि प्राणान् प्रपेद्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणेनासिकयोच्छ्वसीत दुष्टाश्वयुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनो धारयेत अप्रमत्तः। चैंटिंग ऑफ द मंत्रास डन। नवोदय अध्ययनम में 11th मंत्र संबंध भाष्य। होप यू आर वेरी क्लियर विथ। नारायण नारायण कि पुनरपि तमेव करतल न्यस्त अमलकवत् साक्षात् दर्शयन्। अगेन टू show us to our intellects in the crystal clearest understanding about that Paramatma Tattva only, that the next two shlokas are taken up. Karatala Nyasta Amalakavat Tameva Punaha Sakshat Darshayan. The most quoted and the greatest and beautiful most mantras. Next two, we are lucky to study them. First purpose. Second purpose is what? To vehemently clearly tell us that other than knowing Brahman, no way for moksha. And every other thing other than Brahma Jnanam is nothing but frightening samsara. Just now, the sentence we chanted now in the second chapter, Shrotamsi Sarvani Bhayavahani. Shrotamsi means the paths. Sarvani means all other than the Brahma Prapti. They are all Bhayavahani. They are in their end result are going to give you only the Bhaya. And where there is Bhaya, there is nothing but Dukkha, and that is Samsara. Sarvani Srotamsi Bhayapani. That's why Brahmodupena Pratareta Vidwan, that is the mantra. Srotamsi Sarvani Bhayapahani. The Brahma is Brahma Jnana. Brahma is Omkara. Brahma is Upanishad. So through the Upanishadic Brahma Jnana, Pratareto, cross this samsara. If you are a Vidwan, Dimag hai to. No, I want to do everything else other than this. Srotamsi Sarvani Bhayavahani. You are only doing those things by which you are going to have Bhaya, means entire Dukkha Samsara. Here also, the second benefit or second purpose of the above two shlokas, next two shlokas is Ki Tad Vijnanadeva Parama Purushartha Prapti. Only by realizing Aham Brahmasmi, that there is the Parama Purushartha called as Moksha Prapti. And if you are not going for moksha, obviously you are going for bandhana only, because there are only two things. All the three, other than the moksha, dharma, artha, kama, they are bandhana swarup. In that, when the artha, kama are pursued without dharma, means in an adharmic manner, that will give such a terrible bandhana of narakadi dukkha also. Therefore, leaving dharma, artha, kama to the Lord, when he said yogakshema mahamyam, fulfilling dharma as long as it is required. So quickly you have to jump into the moksha purushartha. The moksha purushartha is this one. Tad vijnanat eva moksha purushartha prapti. This is the second point that is going to be taught. Third one is what? Na anyena iti. By no other means. That we are going to get. Moksha is equal to by every other means. We are going to get bondage on it. That's how, if one is very deep and keen in practice of this type of guidances, he becomes so alert at every moment that this moment I am not pursuing Brahman, means I am doing something which is going to bind me tomorrow. It's not going to give me the moksha purushartha, but going to bind. How can I do that? He becomes so acutely alert about every moment that he spends it only in trying to realize the self. If somebody understands this, na anyena, by doing everything else, samprapte sannite kale, dukram karane nahi nahi rakshati, we are only going to get bound. But these are the very subtle sentences, we have no capacity to catch them or to understand the consequence of them, to get the consequence of them. When he says that only tadvijnanat paramapurushartha prapti, and when Shankara Bhagavan says na anyena, then other than paramapurushartha prapti sadhana, anya karma, how can we do even a moment? And somebody is going near to that ocean. Do you know swimming? I don't know. Then why are you going to that? To jump into that. Why? I want to die. Do you understand? Somebody wanting to jump into the ocean to die because he doesn't know. Matlab, he doesn't know the swimming. How? It's a suicidal, no? I know when I jump from 12th floor, I will die. Still I am jumping. So too, I know this every activity of mine leads to samsara only. Still I am doing. It is suicidal. That's why in Chaitanya Mana, our first Upanishad Ishavasya, Ekecha Atmahano Janaha. Such people are called the ones who are committing Atmahatya. Those who jump in the ocean, they are doing Dehatya. That is okay. Only one body they will die. Again they will be born. But these fellows are doing Atmahatya. Ekecha Atmahano Janaha. Every moment when I am not pursuing Atma, when I am not realizing Atma, when I am not established in Atma, I am only doing Hatya of the Atma by identifying with the Anatma. That's why we are feeling that lowness, that limitation, that dukkha, that misery, that conditionings. Hamesha dam gutta. Why? Because of this. But we are not able to catch this acute point acutely as it is required. तद्विज्ञानाद एव परमपुरुष प्राप्ति न अन्येन इति दर्शयति मंत्रद्वयेन. The next two mantras are dedicated for educating us in these three things. One is tameva karatala न्यस्त amalakavat punah darshayan. Okay. Second one is saksha darshan. Second is tadvijnanadeva parampuruषार्थ प्राप्ति. Third is nanyena. Tadvijnanena parampuruಷ प्राप्ति nanyena, that comes in the 12th mantra. But the first in the 11th one, first one. Punarapi tameva sakshat kartalanyasta amalakavat darshay. Now this mantra 11, therefore, every word is precious. All its literal and indicative meaning we should be able to grasp. With this introduction, let us enter into the Parayana of the mantra 4 times. Then we will see one by one word. Om Eko Devah Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha Eko Devah Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha Sarvavyapi Sarvabhutantaratma Sarvavyapi Sarvabhutantaratma Karmadhyakshah Sarvabhutadivasah Karmadhyakshah Sarvabhutadivasah साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च 2 times ओम एको देवः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वभूताधिवासः साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च अगेन एको देवः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वभूताधिवासः साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च. These are all the Swarupa Tatastha Lakshanas of Brahman. We will enumerate them, names, see one by one. One, Ekaha. Second, Devaha. Third, Sarvabhuteshu Gudhaha. 4, Sarvavyapi. 5, Sarvabhutantaratma. 6, Karmadhyakshaha. 7, Sarvabhuta Adhivasaha. 8, Sakshi. 9, Cheta. 10, Kevalaha. And 11, Nirgunaha. So 11th shloka number and 11 are the aspects of the Parabrahman we are guided in this shloka. 11वां मंत्र में 11 लक्षण परब्रह्म के हमें बताए जा रहे टू लिफ्ट आवर इंटेलेक्ट टू द level of that. In that effort, intellect and the one who is using the intellect, the sadhaka me, both of us merge to become one with that Paramatma in trying to understand the meaning of these words. That's called contemplation. Contemplation is to search out that state of being in us which explains these words, which is the meaning of these words. इन शब्दों के अर्थ के अनुभव को अपने अंदर ढूंढने को ध्यान कहते. Yesterday we saw first word ekaha. Yesterday we saw it ekaha, one. He is one, isn't it? And we are seeing so many. And among those so many, basically we are seeing two things. The two things are, one is me, the seer. Second, the world in front of me, the seen. It is called as Dvaita. Both these, the Drishyava Prapancha seen by me, the Drashtami, both of them are projected on something which is other than these two, which is one without second, which is our Mandukya Upanishad study. Alata example, first thought. Rujvakrādikāvāsam alata spanditam yatha grahana grahaka abhasam vijnana spanditam. So the whole dream world and dreamer, two things. Both are projected on the waking mind, projected. So too, both of these are projected on that one Brahman. That is how he is Ekaha. So to reach to that Ekaha, then this Dvandva has to be transcended, or Dvaita. These are complementary to each other, both in sustaining as well as in dissolving. In sustaining, when the seen Jagat is valued, the seer drashta of the Jagat also becomes real and stronger. So to the drashta is more stronger and real. He will value and give reality to seen Jagat, the drashya. Okay. This is how they complement and sustain and hide the Brahman from us. The opposite of it also is true, complementary. That when I devalue the Drishya Jagat, the corresponding Drashta also devalue. When I slowly detach from being a Drashta, then the Drishya Jagat also becomes less and less value. When both of these that way complementingly disappearing, what reveals is the Druk Swarupa Paramatma, which is substratum of both of them. This is what is the entire sadhana to be done based on the first shloka, first word, ekaha. There is only one thing seen as many. थोड़ा वेदांत पकड़ में आ जाता है ना, वो बात बनने लगता है. Where is the two things? Only one consciousness, one existence. हाँ, forms and names may be many. Existence cannot be two. Consciousness cannot be two. Consciousness and existence cannot be separate. And existing consciousness cannot be other than me. So I, the conscious existence, is what the entire world of me and the world in front of me. अब देखो ये वाला बात बन गया मानो हो गया देन there's nothing to do after that, nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, बस remain in that experience. ऐसे ब्रह्मज्ञानी को और कुछ करना नहीं होता. करना तो एक जीव जो भटक रहा है ये वो पाने के लिए, दैट वे ही हैज टू डू द थिंग्स. देयर इज नथिंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड टू बी डन प्लीज एंड नथिंग टू बी अचीव्ड. जस्ट अवॉइड इन द नॉलेज दैट आई एम ब्रह्मन. बट वो तुरंत तो बनता नहीं बात, बिकॉज जन्म जन्मों में करता भोगता बनते हुए हमको लगता है दैट इज द ओनली वे टू लिव. Sufficient Vedantic Shravana Adhyana has to done to break those shackles, those notions that I have to be a Karta and Bhokta. No, you have to be only a Jnata of the Jnaya Vastu, and that is your own self. Okay, Ekaha. No, second is Devaha. He is Devaha. He is Dhyotanaman. Pure, all pervading consciousness. है ना? That consciousness is conscious of the absence of everything, even in sleep. In sleep, everything is absent. How do you know I am conscious of? In dream, these dreams I had, how do you know I was conscious of? In waking, throughout the day, I am doing all this. How do you know I am conscious of? That consciousness is that Brahman. If you don't see him, the drashta drishya are projected. When we see him, that alone is there, these two are not there. But we have to learn the art of seeing him. And this language is wrong. He is not an object to be seen. He is a subject to be experienced. Devaha. Okay? Then Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha, Sarvavyapi, all of them. We will see them tomorrow. There, ek pad lo. One of the beautiful shlokas. This and next one also. Ek overshi. Even the next one, 11, 12 and 13th is also there in Katha Upanishad, almost same with one or two words different. Homework for today, everything is a homework. नहीं करते होमवर्क, छोड़ कम से कम क्लास में तो आ जाओ यार, इतना तो अपने लिए कल्याण कर लो. At least be regular to class. And those who come regularly, not sufficient. You do homework also. How long I have to do homework, Swami? Till you come to the next class. After the class, homework. मुझे और कुछ नहीं करना, अरे सब कुछ इसमें है. But I don't understand, but I don't accept, but I will pay so many projects to do, I will involve in them. Go, tatast. No God or the Guru stops us if we want to go away from them. बजाओ, अपना दिमाग ऐसा है तो मैं क्या करूं? Nobody can help us. Nobody can help us में point क्या है? Even our own mind. Rather, they are our enemies. Only our buddhi, sadbuddhi can help us. That sadbuddhi we have to make it. How? Do the homework. Om, 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 Purnamada Om, Shruti Matre Namaha. That's a Brahmarpanamastu. Today, this is the class. Now join for Gita for 20 minutes. Hari Om.